today?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Are we ready to talk about some secrets?
Yes.
Who's keeping
Yes.
those secrets? Well, today,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, the show is going to be about family secrets, keeping secrets in the family. And is it a good thing or bad thing? Is it a good thing or bad thing to keep secrets away from other people, from in your family, outside? What do y'all think? Is it a good thing or bad thing?
I think it's, to me, 85% I think is bad. 15% it could be good. And it's based on what the secret is and who the secret is being kept from. To me, I think that reason why in the Black community, why we keep secrets, because that was something that was taught to us. And a lot of times the secrets that we keep need to be told. So I really believe that it's all about what the secret is and who the secret is going to affect.
Okay.
It depends on what it is. If it's something detrimental, just look at it this way. If it's going to cause a change in your life, it needs to be told. Okay, so a birthday, no, I'm not going to tell Mario we having a surprise birthday party for. I'm going to keep that from him. I'm going to keep that secret.
What?
He ain't going to know.
Oh, man, no, you got to
You
tell
know
me.
what I'm saying? See, but stuff that changes, that's life changing, like for instance, bullying or abuse and stuff like that. We're taught that what happens in this house stays in this house, and don't you tell an MF in person.
Oh, wow.
And see, that doesn't affect you until it affects you. When it comes out, and most of the time you're an adult, because as a child you just breeze through it. It's just what it is, and you keep on going. And it messes you up as an adult. It ruins your life. And some things need to be said. I'm a true believer. This is my testimony. Getting that stuff off your chest takes the world off your shoulders and put it in perspective. It allows other people to help you to carry that weight. But when you keep it in, it always comes out at the worst possible time. So no, you shouldn't keep those secrets. If it's gonna be life changing, you need to let somebody know.
Tish.
So for me, secrets, it's just like everything else that we normally talk about. The definition of it is for you to keep or withhold information from others, right? So I agree with Eric and with Marcella. It depends on what it's about. But what I've learned is most secrets, there's rooted in lies or trauma. So I'm real careful about when someone calls, depending on what, and I always say it's at my discretion whether or not I tell it. If it, like you said, if it's something that has to do with me and I need to clear my name or set something straight, once you tell me, it's at my discretion. And I tell everybody that I know that is involved with me in my life, if it was truly a secret, you need to keep it between you and God. Because once you open your mouth and tell anybody else, it's no longer a secret. It doesn't matter who it is that you tell. So once you put it in the atmosphere or whatever you believe in, it's not a secret anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. And so for me, if I'm dealing with something personal and Marcella is my sister's keeper and I'm calling and I'm talking to you about it, I don't care if you share that with somebody else and it can help them not to go through something I'm going through. But most people are really offended about you telling the truth that can help somebody else. They want to keep it a secret. Nothing in life is perfect. And I think the best example I can give is people love to keep a lot of relationship stuff secret. And I understand that certain aspects of a relationship is private, but I can't stand when you live this public life and in private this is going on or really going on. To me, those are the kind of secrets that prevent you from being able to have healthy relationships.
True.
Right.
Yep.
So it's not always the extreme of, abuse. Sometimes it's just simply messy practices from people wanting to keep or stir up malice between people.
Right.
Yep. That's so true.
That's why I don't like secrets. I don't like you whispering over here.
Yes.
And you get back and watch and let somebody fail or fall when you could have given them some solid advice or help, especially if someone's coming to you. That's not the time to be secretive.
Yes.
You
Yeah, I
know,
agree.
I'm
That's
sorry.
my, oh, you're good. I will say my thing is with secrets. I've seen the worst. I've seen the best. I've seen a little bit of everything. And to me, the secrets that are destroying our communities are because of families are not being honest with themselves. And they know that child that they have is a bad child, but they don't want to. It's more of those things to where they don't want to focus on it. Like for example, you have a family, especially in the military, you have families that travel, and you know your child has a record, but you're keeping it a secret away from everybody else until something bad happens.
Mhm.
Then all that stuff comes out. So to
Mhm.
me, it's like it's destroying when it starts with the family, it affects the community. And I'm gonna say for Fayetteville, that I think that is the biggest problem in Fayetteville is they've had so many family secrets to where now the families are dealing with all the problems and issues, and it's affecting the community to where now the community can't function because there's so many dysfunctional families in Fayetteville. And I think that's one of those things is that what's causing all this stuff to happen. Okay, Junebug is out there dealing drugs on the corner, but y'all keeping it a secret because he's bringing in money to take care of you. Those are the bad secrets that are destroying our families and our communities, and there's so many of them. I mean, everyone, and I'll tell you right now, a lot of people who grew up in Fayetteville know where all the bad places are at. They know where the drugs
Mhm.
are at. They know where all these things are, but it's a big secret. They keep it as a secret because it puts food on the table. And I think that's the reason why there's a dysfunctional everything is kind of dysfunctional when you're dealing with small towns or small communities because it starts with the family. And when the
Mhm.
family can't control those dysfunctionals and those secrets, they're trying to keep all these secrets. Grandma, you know Johnny B out there selling drugs, but you don't want to face up to it.
Because he breaking her off a little bit. Right.
Right.
Mhm.
Because that's the source of income. So all these bad secrets, everyone, and that's what's so sad is that when you're growing up in a poor town or a small town or a dysfunctional town, that's what happens. Everybody keeps it a secret until something bad happens, and it has to be
Mhm.
something extreme.
Mhm.
It's just like right now you listen to the news. I mean, what you had a child get killed in daycare. Someone watching a child, little 11-year-old, shot a gun. Okay, but what's the secret about the 11-year-old? Did
Exactly.
Exactly.
he have discipline problems? Did he have issues? The family
And I,
doesn't want to face up to the truth.
And what's
yeah,
the issue with the parent being neglectful to where this child even had, if you, like you said, if you know your child has mental or whatever disturbance going on, why would you even have them where they have access to something like that?
and
Right.
also too, like my husband was telling me something like he always get like the latest news or something like that. Like there was a high school where the young lady was raped. She was raped by a young man at the school, and so what they did was they came. You could tell the story. They came for.
The Virginia governor pardoned this guy who he got put in jail, got a jail sentence for disrupting a town hall meeting.
I
And all
remember
he
that.
said
I remember
was
that.
he's trying to get the public eye, get something done by his daughter who was sexually assaulted in a high school. So what this dumb school did, the first thing they did was transfer this student. And guess what? He did it again. So now this school is in hot water because you sent him to another school and didn't let that school know why you was bringing him here. You didn't do no records or nothing.
Right.
So now this school has got to deal with that, and it's gonna point right back to you because you didn't fix it, and then you're gonna try to make a concerned parent at fault or wrong for a town hall meeting when he's supposed to be there. And why didn't nothing happen? See, you think, okay, well, let's just transfer them. See, the secrets that you keep, let's just transfer them. We're not going to send the paperwork for it because they wouldn't want them. We're just going to send them over there. Well, you didn't tell that school why you were sending him over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he did it again at the new school.
Right.
So now the original school is in hot water twice from the parents and the Gainer school.
Because a lot of times secret is financial too, because we're going to keep this hush hush because this family has a lot of money and they help it and they donate into the community. And so while you're keeping secrets because you know that your child is a predator, but the child that was affected is the ones that's out here looking bad, because now we're gonna keep this secret, but we're just gonna send our child that has a whole lot of money to another school for him to go and do it again. And that's the thing too with me, it's like for secrets, like, and some secrets is just like for instance, like someone in your family becoming pregnant and stuff like that. Oh, don't tell nobody though. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, to me, that's been the dumbest secret ever. Like pregnancy, you can't stop that. You can't hide a pregnancy. You understand what I'm saying? That's like, why do people want to keep secrets that someone in their family is pregnant? I'm like, and then you have to think about secrets sometimes can be immature. Like, really? You really want to keep, don't tell nobody such and such about to have a baby. I mean, everybody gonna find out. I'm like, what is it a secret? That's not the first or the last. That's the norm.
But if it was a secret, why are you telling me?
Exactly.
That's what I ain't never understood about the secret. I mean, why are you even
that's the question I asked.
Yeah, why are you telling me? I don't want to know somebody else's secret. Literally, I don't. Because I don't want to be responsible for not telling it. Because if it's too good, I'm gonna tell it too. Then it really ain't a secret no more, right? Because we all do it.
We do.
And so I think Eric made the best point. The only thing, some people don't even do good with keeping the surprise birthday party as a secret.
That's true.
So you got,
And you know what? And that is so true, because my brother, the one that passed away, he told us one time, he said, Sella, he said, everything that I do by myself. He said, I ain't gonna tell on myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's like, I'm a one-man band. He's like, if you don't want somebody to know something going on with you, he said, keep it to yourself and do it by yourself. And so that's where the secret starts. That's where the secret gonna be really buried, when you do it by yourself or don't tell nobody. But to me, it's like keeping secrets is like, no, because like you said, we'll sit here and it's like especially with Black families, like we sit here and we keep secrets about people in our family that's a molester, but then we'll talk about it publicly about one of our children being gay. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, no, we don't do that. And it's like, oh, don't tell nobody. And I'm like, y'all know how y'all sound to don't tell somebody. When you first come out and you tell that, and the first thing you say behind that is like, don't tell nobody. I'm like, what? That don't even make sense to me.
Secrets make hypocrites. See, what we have to do is be like doctors, lawyers, psychiatrists, be mandatory reporters. If it's gonna affect somebody's life, if we know it, we need to go on and say it. We need to go on and tell it, because there is no reason why you should put your lips together and say, I don't want you to tell nobody I'm sick. Don't tell them. You don't have that right to say I don't want nobody to worry. You don't have that right to say you don't want nobody to worry about you. Let me worry about that. Let me worry about worrying about you. Don't keep it from them, because all you're doing is hurting that person even more, because it's gonna come out, oh yeah, he been sick for 2 years. What? That was supposed to be my friend, my brother, my bestie. He didn't tell me. We tell each other everything. That's harmful, and there's no reason behind it. So if you find out, we should be mandatory reporters, life or death. We should go ahead and tell it, because why wouldn't you want somebody out there to know or to help you or to do something for you?
Well, secrets keep people sick. It holds them hostage.
Yes,
it also gives other people control over you.
Oh yes.
So that's why if you look at most people who get blackmailed, it was a secret. Of sorts. And so my thing is, I take what your brother say to another level. If I tell on myself, what can you do with it?
There you
because the truth don't need support. The truth can stand alone, right? So that's why I always walk in my truth, good, bad, or indifferent. Once I realize that nobody has a heaven or hell to put me in, I'm like, why am I lying to other people? And why do I need to keep a secret? I don't need to keep anything. And but like you keep saying, Marcella, it is difficult to break out of that from family, because family is always constantly saying, don't tell such and such. No, confront such and such if such and such has bad behavior or whatever the case may be. We need to talk about more. Communication and comprehension is what's lacking in families.
Let me give you an example real quick. Like, for example, and this just like one of my family members, right? They let someone borrow some money, but and so the person was supposed to be paying them back. So she was like, I don't want to get my nephew, which is my brother, involved, but she need to give him. I said, no, you need to tell him. I said, no, don't sit here and protect this person. I said, no. I said, no, you need to tell him the truth. I said, because you don't want to ruffle no shit. Well, I don't think she'll tell me anything. It doesn't matter. No, tell my brother what's going on. He needs to know who he dealing with, who he laying beside every night, blah, 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 blah,
right.
blah. You need to know. And
let it be his decision.
And I got on her yesterday. I said, no, what you need to do is you need to get on the phone and you need to call him and you need to tell. I said, because this person is avoiding you and she laying right beside him every night. I said, you need to call. I said, you need to call him and tell him. No, we're not doing secrets. We're not, like you said, secrets can be, like I said, it can be based on the finances. Like, I'm holding a secret because money's involved. I'm holding a secret because I might be loyal to this person. You understand what I'm saying? And so while you loyal to this person and you keeping their secret, you know that person is wrong. And the person that needs to be told that to, you more loyal to the person that's keeping the secret, and you know that secret is going to hurt that person. So why would you even? So you're involving yourself too. And like you said, like even with me, no, you're not going to hold nothing over my head, because like I said, I'll tell on myself. Because before I walk around here and allow you to blackmail me based on a secret or something that I've done, I'm going to be the first person that's going to tell on myself. I'm going to be at peace with my life. Nobody's going to ever hold anything over my head.
People need to understand that it's always best from the horse's mouth. So it should come from you, not from somebody that you told not to tell anybody. It should come from you. Seller, this guy gonna call. He trying to blackmail me for some money. This is what happened. I robbed the liquor store 15 years ago. I'm trying to run for Senate. This is what's supposed to be coming out. I didn't want to tell you. This is what it is. Boom. She want to hear it from me. It's gonna be a shock, but guess what? It's from me.
That's right.
Not from the news station reporting. Ooh, 15 years ago, he robbed a liquor store and stabbed 4 people. See, and then like, why you didn't tell me that? I'm not gonna judge you. And it all stems from childhood. That one thing, what happened in the house stays in this house.
Yeah, we was there.
And it stays with you, and you think that that's the best thing, that's the best way to approach it. No, you have to get that off your chest. I'm so glad. I'm telling you, she can say I tell her too much. I tell her everything. I don't want that on my chest. I don't want it on my conscience, because there's other things I have to do to take care of my family. And I'm not finna. Well, I can't afford. Like I tell, I can't afford no feelings over some secrets. I'm not doing it. I'm not. We have to be mandatory reporters. If you hear it, you need to report it. I'd rather you be mad at me for the truth.
Exactly. Then a lie.
Agree with me in that lie.
Yeah, because they was like,
or hold me hostage to a secret.
Yeah.
Because it really holds you hostage. Because I gotta remember not to tell the secret.
And it's something inside of you that makes you feel some type of way, because you're around these people that's holding the secrets, and you know that the conversation that they're having, that's not even the truth. And so it just makes you feel some type of way inside, because you know the truth, and you was like, man, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around a person that's sitting here just lying about whatever it is that they holding on to. And I know the truth, but I'm sitting here and I'm being held hostage to it too, because it's like, I can't say nothing or it's going to affect certain people. I don't want to be put in that position. You understand what I'm saying? I want to be put in that position, and somebody, and they was like, Mama, you tell everything. No, because y'all can sit here and normalize that bad behavior. I'm not going to do that. If I feel like it's something that I need to tell, I'm going to tell that. And however y'all feel about me, that is, y'all carry that with y'all for the rest of your life. I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
Especially when I know it can affect somebody. I'm not finna, I don't care how you judge me. I can't do that. I'm not walking
I
around
think,
holding that type of stuff.
but the thing is, when you're dealing with secrets, and I think this is one of the biggest pieces, is that it's kind of like it destroys the family to a degree. It eats away at the family, and I think the biggest ones are the ones that deal with crime and health. If it's not criminal activity, then it's a health issue. And the criminal activity ones are the ones that innocent bystanders in the family get killed because they didn't know you were out here slinging dope. They didn't know. I mean, we hear about it all the time. We hear like little children getting killed in the streets because someone was retaliating. I mean, they were just talking about that just recently here in Fayetteville, where you got young people getting killed because of what somebody else was doing in the family.
Yeah.
So like how like and then so the thing is they got this secret, they're out here doing this stuff, but guess what? That person that you're keeping a secret away from now becomes a target because these other people know that this person is your family. So now you become a victim in a crime that you didn't even know because somebody
had nothing to do with it.
Mario, I'm gonna tell you something. You are so right. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you something. When I was young, like I said, I was probably like maybe my early, like 20, maybe 21. I bought my first car, brand new, my first car. So, and I'm just gonna put it out there, and I allow somebody to drive my car, right? So they knew my car around the Fayetteville area, but this person that was driving my car was doing criminal stuff that I didn't know, right? So I went out one night with some people that was close to me. So I'm pulling up, and these two guys run up to me with guns, and they was like, "Is this such and such car?" And I was like, "Who is that?" At that moment, God, I had to think. I mean, just like that, and I was like, "Who is that?" I said, "No, this is my car. I don't even know this person. I knew that person, but at that moment, they didn't care if I would have said yes, this such and such. I probably wouldn't be here today. But I had to think quickly." And because this person kept a secret, you driving my car out here doing stuff that I don't know that you out here doing. And then all of a sudden now they know my car. So they run up to me with some guns talking about, is this such and such car? And I was like, who is that? I ain't never seen a person day in my life. And that what saved me. You understand what I'm saying? And so I had to go back to that person. And I never again, when I allowed them to step foot in my car, they never drove my car again. And I had to let them know, do you know that I almost got my life was taken that night? Because the fact that you driving my car doing this type of stuff. And I immediately got myself up. Nope. I fixed that by I had to have that conversation with them. And I'm like, don't you understand the things that you doing? You put people in bad, and you put me in a bad position. And I said, if I wouldn't have been thinking on my feet quickly, I could have been, what if they would have just ran up to my car and just started shooting because they didn't even know if that was the person in my car. But they came to me and they asked me, is this such and such car? And I was like, no, this is my car. I don't even know this person. But I did know that person. I did know that person, but that saved my life because I was like, no, I don't even know who you're talking about. Man, what I had to do from that day forward was like, never again will you put me in this position. You can't never step foot in my car again ever. Because you put me in a position. Because you out here doing bad things in my vehicle.
Right. And I think that's one of the things we have to understand is that we know who the bad people are in our families.
Yes.
We know who the bad people are in our communities. And if we allow them into our circle, we become victims. And that is one of the worst secrets that families are keeping. It's just like, I mean, I was blown away listening to the thing about there were 30 cars in Fayetteville stolen in 1 week.
Ooh.
By the same people.
Were they kids?
Children, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're probably most likely with Kias and Hondas.
Yeah, they're called Kia boys.
Right. But the thing is, these are children.
Yep.
They saw it on TikTok. It's happening in Atlanta, Philadelphia. I've had 2 family members, Atlanta and Philly, who have had their Kias stolen by teenagers.
But my point is that children were committing these crimes. Where were the parents at? Was it a secret that they knew their kids were committing crimes? I mean, that's the problems that we're running into in today's society, is that you got parents keeping secrets about their children, knowing their children are criminals.
Yes.
Knowing that they're criminals doing bad things. And what does it do? It destroys the community because these parents are not stepping up to the plate and accepting what's going on with their children. They're keeping it a secret. They're keeping it away. They're trying to pretend like that's not their child. That's not what their child is doing. They become to the point where they're neglecting to see what's reality. And sometimes that's what secrets become, is neglecting reality.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that when you're neglecting to accept something that you know is true, that's keeping a secret. I mean,
And so,
that's
yeah,
the definition of keeping a secret.
exactly.
So that thing,
Well,
I
that's
think
delusional too.
that is delusional too. Might be some mental
That's
stuff in there
delusional.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
And you're a liar, because the
Yep.
worst person you can ever lie to is yourself.
Right.
Ooh,
Because
yes.
if you
That's
lie
okay.
to yourself, that's no longer a secret. That's
Now-
abuse.
now
Because
that's
what's
keeping-
happening at that point, right? Go
You
ahead.
keep it $3. What it is, you're keeping a secret from yourself. That's what that is.
No, you can't keep a secret from yourself. You can lie to yourself.
Yeah, you know what I always say in my family? I told my children, raising my children and stuff, I said that when you lie to me, that's not my lie, that's your lie. And I said, every day you have to wake up and face that. And every day you look in the mirror, that's gonna affect you. I said, see, people think that if I lie to everybody here, right? At that moment, y'all might not know I'm lying, Tisha and Mario and Eric, but I know I'm telling that lie, right? So therefore, after I tell y'all that lie, now I got to come back and cover, and I have to continue to keep on with that lie by telling another lie. You understand what I'm saying? And I tell people, I say, you think that I'm not affected by your lie or your secret. You are, because you got that. That's not gonna. That only thing about that secret or that lie from the beginning is that I don't know if that's the truth at that moment, but you know that's the truth, or you know that you're keeping a secret. So therefore, that's gonna come back and haunt you, and that's gonna come back and affect you. It's not gonna affect me. You just thinking because now, oh yeah, I just told her a bold-faced lie and I got what I wanted from her. No, because you know that was a lie when you first, before you even came to me and you told me that lie, you already thought about it. You knew that was a lie. You knew that was a secret. But it
What
don't
was
affect
the old
me.
school saying, y'all? What's done in the dark always come to light. Isn't that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then you know what? Guess what a community secret is? It's a snitch.
Oh, that's true. You get taught stitches. Stitches get stitches.
Wow, that's the dumbest thing ever. Somebody
I think
said.
that's the dumbest thing.
But that's the next level of keeping a secret, is not being a snitch. And that is again one of those things that is destroying our families, destroying our communities. Is we won't snitch that dude right there just killed my cousin, because that's
all the time. Don't do nothing around me, because I'm telling.
But then you even got people that are in prison right now because they refuse to snitch.
Well, I'm a snitch. I'm gonna tell on you. Please don't do nothing around me. Because if it's me or you, trust me, you going to jail. Because one thing I tell people all the time, because people who love and care about you are not going to put you in compromising positions.
There you go. That's what
I had to learn that, because growing up as a teenager, I used to think when you go to certain people's house and they let you do what you want to do, it's because they love you. No. Those are the people who don't care nothing about you, because people who love and care have boundaries and rules.
Yeah.
Okay? And I tell people all the time, I don't have to have a good memory. As long as you're walking in truth, I ain't told no lies, so it ain't nothing to remember.
Ain't nothing to worry about. I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Marcella was saying that about the kid. You ain't got to remember nothing if you're telling the truth.
And your story never going to change.
It never changes.
It's going to remain the same.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like D.L. Hughley said, snitches don't get stitches. Snitches be home by Christmas.
Right. Opening their gifts.
He said,
but that's one of
the, but you won't call me locked up.
But I think that's one of the things that is like secrets, bad secrets are what's destroying our families. They're destroying our communities. And it's gotten to the point now where it's kind of like now we're putting laws in place because of secrets. Lies and secrets.
It's like we're covering up the cover up.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I'm so sick of my family talking about, oh, don't tell nobody. I don't even want to
don't tell me nothing. I tell them don't tell me nothing else. I can't tell nobody.
I don't even want to hear that. Like I said, I don't understand why we feel like that's okay. Like it's okay to keep a secret because of who it is. Oh, so you more loyal to this person that you know has been destroying the family. But this person over here that's trying to hold the family together, that's going to tell the truth all the time, them the ones that you sit here got
And
you like
bash.
cocking your eye at. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy to me. That's why I'm saying you can say what you want to say. If I feel like I need to tell it, I'm gonna tell it. I am.
Secrets make hypocrites and liars. Secrets make hypocrites and liars, because what do you end up doing? You lie to cover up that secret. You're gonna say, okay, Mario robbed that ATM last week. Well then Seller did something. You're gonna try to shed light on what Seller did to throw off on Mario, which is making you a hypocrite, because a thief is a thief. It don't matter what you steal, right? But what you gonna do is you trying to protect Mario.
Shed light on that.
But you gonna shed light on her. Oh, she stole that Snicker bar. Oh, there's a thief in that house. Don't nobody in my family do that.
Or make somebody else feel guilty because of the secret.
Yeah.
That
Right. Because we need to normalize not being okay.
Yeah.
That's when you, again, like Mario said earlier, you lying to yourself. If you're not having a good day, you're just not having a good day. Every day is not going to be hunky.
No, it's not.
Now, what you do with it after you know you're having a bad day, you can change the course of that day by redirecting your thoughts in your mind. But the one thing I do not like to hear people say is, how are you doing today? I'm blessed. Okay. The fact that you woke up says that you're blessed. I don't need you to shove that down my throat. Because more than likely you're not feeling blessed if you got to keep announcing it. It's not something announceable. You are what you give to people. And then I'll see that same blessed person be mean and nasty.
Yeah.
Hateful.
Because
go ahead.
You know why, Tish? Because a lot of times when they say they blessed, they driving around in a Mercedes, or they, you know what I'm saying? They talking about the fine. I'm like, because a lot of times, like, you know, you're saying you're blessed because you around here driving in this Cadillac, but you living in a trailer. You understand what I'm saying? Because people only can see what's on the outside. But like you said, when I wake up every day, that's a birthday for me. You understand what I'm saying? When I open my eyes, when I wake up every morning, that's a blessing to me. So I don't have to say I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
No,
you know, blessed. And then
that's it.
Highly favored.
Knowing that on the inside you falling apart.
Yeah.
You ain't got to tell all the secrets, but you can say, hey, you know, pray for me today. It's not the best day.
That's it.
And like I saw something that said, if somebody is missing a smile, give them one of yours. I can't help you if you with knowledge that I may have, if you're not being honest about what you're dealing with. You know, when we talk about people, oh, I'm surprised that person committed suicide, they were keeping secrets. No, if you look at people, they have patterns. Like Mario said, they have patterns for bad behavior.
Don't
they? Have patterns for when we are not in a great place mentally.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't slow down and care enough about each other to pay attention to the patterns. Now, here's the next thing. If I ask you and you choose to lie, that's on you.
Yep.
That's you keeping that secret. But again, you're not going to burden me later when the junk didn't hit the fan and it's too far out of control for me to even help you or do anything other than just pray for you. That's the other thing I don't like about secrets. You hold on to it till it's so bad, then you want me to have a reaction that's to come and save you from your secret. No, I'm going to do this right here and let you have it because you felt like that secret was more important to have. I'm not going to disrupt my peace anymore over people and their secrets. That's the other thing that causes conflict, because now that you're ready to divulge it, you want it to now become an importance to me or an emergency to me. No.
It's funny you say that because that's what we were saying about our kids or whoever. It's like you're keeping everything from us. But then we're the first people that you come to,
right?
And then you want us to stop what we're doing to come to the rescue. We with you on that. We're not doing that. That whether it be children, it be family members, it be friends, and even some
community.
We have to take back with our friendship. Like certain friendships too. You have to take a step because certain friendships they'll sit here and they'll hold on to some things with people that they're supposed to be their friend, and they won't tell you the truth. But then I'm the friend that's loyal, but you'll treat me like crap. Because you trying to keep a secret that this friend don't give don't care nothing about you, but you want to hold on to that so bad to where you're not even telling the truth about this person. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you no good. But you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man.
Because that's what destroys community too, because we wait until there's mass shootings or then we start talking about putting things in place, but we never do it.
You never do it.
It's almost like we do a complete all the time until when something extremes happens, then we have all the great ideas of what we should do to fix the extreme, but then we never follow through with it because then the next bad thing happens. And we just push that under the rug. Right. It's almost like we're cleaning dirt with dirt constantly.
Right. Right.
And nothing makes sense that they come up with. So that lets you know that it's been a secret this whole time, which is why this bad thing happened, because it's a big circle. And now the fix that you have make no sense. Like one of the things they came out with was bulletproof backpacks. Okay. So these things weigh, what did they say? 50, 60 pounds. Ain't no elementary school child finna carry no 60 pounds on their back. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. You say a bulletproof backpack. Okay, so what if he shoot
in the front? I don't understand.
In the front. I mean, it don't make sense. It don't make sense.
I guess they're thinking when they get down to take cover, they can.
Or when they're running from it, or when they're running from it, that they might get shot in the back. I think that's what they're
you're gonna get shot from the front. You're not.
Yes.
Right.
So
the likelihood is gonna be from the front.
So the thing of it is, people need to understand that secrets, lies, secrets. We only respond to them. That's the only thing we do is respond to them because that's your lie, that's your secret. So if you choose to either tell a lie or hope, well, since we talk about secrets, since you want to keep that secret in, I only can respond to it. So when you finally decide, if you don't think of me enough to tell me or let me know to try to help you, don't think it's going to be a priority, like Tisha said earlier, when you finally come to me, because
it's not.
Now it to hit the fan, and now you don't know what to do because you didn't tell nobody, and you want us to stop what we doing to have a Zoom meeting and try to help you. It ain't happening. We'll have a Zoom meeting, we'll be talking about something else. You see that football game last week? Sure did. Yeah.
Well, see,
we're not talking about that no more.
Right. Well, see, that's one of the things that someone told me a story today, and we were talking about the stuff that, of course, all the craziness going on with Fayetteville right now. And they were telling me that years ago in Fayetteville, there was this real bad drug dealer. And the secret for the whole community, this was their village, was they kept it a secret because the drug dealer looked out for everybody in the community. And so as time went on, the community got worse. Innocent people started getting killed, but they would never turn the drug dealer until one time, I think it took to where a 2-year-old got shot in the head before they decided it was time to tell the truth of what was going on. But by this point in time, by the time they arrested the drug dealer, guess what? Every person that was in that area all got arrested as accessory to the crime. That blew my mind, because just because you know a secret and you keep it doesn't mean you're going to be completely innocent of the crime.
No.
You are part of the crime.
It's like
after the fact.
And I think people don't understand the power behind keeping a secret about the wrong things. If you have a child in your household doing illegal stuff, and the stuff is sitting in the open, when they come and get a warrant for their arrest or get a search warrant for the house, and they find all that stuff in the house, and you knew it was there, it's just like if your child brings home an iPad and you didn't buy them an iPad, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
You're gonna figure out where they got
that iPad. Right. Where did that come from?
Take it back.
Take it back, or where you get it from.
But what people will do is, instead of question something that they know the truth to, they'd rather just brush it off like it's no big thing. But guess what? Someone does a trace on it, bam, they locate the iPad. The police come into the house. Who do you think they're going to go after? You think they'll go after that child, or going to go after that parent?
The parent.
Well, so now the child and the parents, because they do both now. It's not like it used to be.
Because somebody,
But
yeah.
why don't we follow the rule of thumb when it comes to stealing? Because if you're in the store and you're with somebody and you keep the secret or know that somebody went there to steal, if you're with them, you go to jail too.
As accessory to the crime.
Accessory after the fact, yeah.
But that's
Right,
what. But see, a lot of innocent people are going to jail because of they're keeping these secrets away. Like some people call it not being a snitch, but it's technically a bad secret.
It is technically a bad secret.
And do you know that that people sometimes be mad at you? Okay, for instance, like when we were stationed in Alaska, I think I was off work that day, and I went across the street to my neighbor's house. His wife was the one in the military, but he was the civilian. So he opened up a daycare. I was over there one day, and I kind of had an inkling that he was abusing these children, but I had an inkling that he was abusing these kids. But anyway, long story short, I was over there one day, and the little boy was about 2 years old. Now this is a big guy, and I was just in there talking to him, and the little boy, he did something. He took his backhand and he hit that baby so hard that baby flew. And I'm looking like, what in the hell?
What are you doing?
Yeah. So he was abusing those children, but I saw it firsthand this time. So I was like, I said something to him. So what I immediately did, I left his house and I went across the street to my house. And I was so shooken up because I was like, oh my God. So then I told my next door neighbor, and she said, Marcella, you need to go ahead and report that. So I got on the phone with the police, the CID, whatever the case. They came to my house and I told them everything. So one of the parents of the kid, the parent of the child that he was babysitting, when all this came out, she was mad at me because now she got to go take her child to a real daycare. She was so more worried about how much it's gonna cost now than her child almost got his whole neck broke. So now people looking at me in the neighborhood because they was like, you a snitch. I'm not a snitch. No, I just saved your child's life and you mad at me. But I was okay with my decision because that I couldn't sleep. And I was like, if I don't tell somebody about this man, I actually saw it I actually saw this guy with my own eyes, him doing to those children. I immediately got on the phone and I called the police. I couldn't. Because then that would have been on my conscience for the rest of my life. You understand what I'm saying? So now everybody looking at me like, oh, she, you getting my husband. And I was like, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. I said, the person that won out of this is that those children that was being abused and me for telling. You understand what I'm saying? We fell out. We fell out. We fell out because I'm like, dude, you a big old dude. And you sitting here and you abusing these kids and your wife, the one in the military, you just, this whole dynamic right here, you could have got her put out of everything. I could not keep that, guys, because I actually saw it with my own eyes. And I could not. And once I had to get the police came, the CID, everything. Once I told them what I saw, what was going on, I was able to sleep at night. I was able to sleep. So therefore, like I said, I'm not finna hold that in. And you mad, and you the mama of the child that could have had this baby was being abused, and you mad at me because now you got to go find a real daycare and pay real money to watch for your kids to be safe and while you go to work. Something is wrong with you too.
So, Sel, that goes back to what we talk about often, where we say things that the people that are the problem create sayings to prevent people from being honest. So this falls in that line of the tit for tat, teaching you that matching energy is wrong. It's the same thing with the snitches get stitches.
Yes.
Right.
I guarantee you that was created by somebody who was doing something they shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's where society comes from with the laws and everything. And somebody that either wants to break the law or going to. Let's make this. So then I'm covered. So I can say what you doing and not say what I'm doing.
Like customers always right. A bad customer came up with that. Customers always right because customers is not always right. We need to stop thinking.
Nobody's always right.
No, they're not.
But this is the kind of like the channel. This is kind of like the flow of things now in today's society. The family has a secret. The secret has an impact on the community. The politician that governs that community will do things to hide that secret because now they're making rules and guidelines to keep this secret in bay so it doesn't hurt their actual agenda. and then it spreads throughout the rest of the community like a cancer. And I think that is the biggest problem in today's society. And I think that's what's going on in Fayetteville. You got families not doing right, not being honest, keeping secrets. And then the actual politicians that represent those areas, they don't want to look bad. So they do their little secret thing to keep those secrets. So it's like it's one secret covering another secret, and it starts to expand. And then before you know it, then you hear all this craziness where they come out and get everybody from the politician all the way down because they were hiding stuff. I mean, we're hearing about it all the time throughout the state of North Carolina. It's not just Fayetteville, but it's everywhere where they knew something was bad. Okay. Oh, we know the water was polluted. I mean, how many times have we heard that throughout the communities that everyone knows? It's kind of like common sense now that the water's polluted. Okay. But yet everybody wants to keep it a secret. The people, they're getting paid to keep it a secret. Then from the people, they're getting sick. They're keeping it a secret. Then the politicians, they're keeping it a secret. So this secret eats away at the community and it destroys the community.
Kind of like Michigan with their water prices, and it wasn't went national that anybody, but they had always known that there was something going on with their water.
Right. Michigan was the perfect example of how bad secrets had it completely destroyed that community. And and I think that's the problem, is that a person will turn the other way if it incriminates them or if it takes away money out of their pocket.
And also too, Mario, because of the fact that they didn't care about the people in the community and they didn't feel like they was worthy enough to even have safe drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Like Camp Lejeune. Like Camp Lejeune was another one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or like when realtors send you to a flood zone area when they know it's a flood zone, but they telling you it's not a flood zone because they want to sell that land. You understand what I'm saying? And then you come to find out that it's a flood zone area. Now it's too late because now you done got your house built. You da. Right. It's sad. It's just sad that how secret.
I think that's like when they lie about the crimes, they lie about this, they lie about that. I mean, I say this because I just recently went through this stuff just for the last couple of days. Is that you go in? Okay, they have a meeting. Okay, in the meeting, they discuss all the facts of what needs to happen, what's going to take place. Okay. One person disagreed in the meeting, so what do they decide to do? They go outside of the meeting and make up this craziness of what's really going on, but in reality, the people that are connected know it's a secret.
Know the truth.
Know the truth of what's going on, but they're trying so hard to win, so they go out and throw the most outrageous thing in the world. Oh, they're out here violating civil rights of children. I mean, and it's like, really? So then they come back, and then the truth be told, but the damage is already done.
And you know, Mario, that is so true. And that could be our next, like the weekend is, that could be our next topic next week too. That would be really good to talk about that as well.
What's that?
The curfews.
Oh, ooh. Well, I mean, well, what's going on? I guess Monday they're gonna do their little thing on about the curfew, and I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's so politically messed up right now. That it's kind of like like John said, politics 101.
Well, we don't have to. I mean, we could just. I'm just saying.
No, we could talk about, but what I'm saying is,
with us, it don't have to be where we throw politics in it.
Right. No, what I'm saying is,
we grew up with curfews. You know.
Right. I mean, and that's what, and I think that's what it is that. What's going on? Like, we could talk about curfew in general about us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. Because like what's going on right now in Fayetteville, it's a big mess. And it's like you got people want to be in the spotlight, so they're lying about this. They're children are violating civil rights. Then you're letting children on TV say that there's a bunch of old people making rules for us. You're a damn child. I mean, really? I mean, it's like I don't comprehend.
So maybe talk about child safety laws.
We
talk
about that. We gonna be able to do we want to. Mom and dad, y'all old, so we go do we no. That it has everything.
I mean, it's like I don't like it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. but it's just a bunch of old people making rules that don't apply
That's
to
the way the world has always been.
I mean,
Somebody said, sit
I
your
mean,
ass down.
but you know, I'm just saying, when we grew up, did we like all the rules our parents put on us?
No.
But that's why I say I can't. I mean, we can talk about the curfew stuff, but right now I'm so confused about Fayetteville and the world we living in. You got children can come in and say a bunch of old folks making rules that don't apply to them. I mean, you're a damn child. I mean,
it apply to you.
I don't comprehend that.
Yeah.
I honestly don't comprehend that. So it's that's why I said Fayetteville is to me is the Twilight Zone. It's
because without rules there's chaos, and when there's chaos, without rules there's chaos, and then when there's chaos, there's gonna be no structure. There's no structure. There's no boundaries. You're gonna go out here and you're gonna do things that's what I'm saying. And so like I said, even like you said, when we was growing up too, y'all, it's like our parents, we was different. We had respect for our parents. You understand what I'm saying? We would have respect for the rules. When do we know them to come in the house? What came on? The street light. We knew that our behinds better be.
Here's the thing, though. Back then, a lot of people walked in more truth too. If they needed help or if they were struggling, you went next door and borrowed a piece of bread or some butter or whatever. Nobody was running around trying to put up these facades and keep these secrets about if they were struggling. So therefore, there was community in certain things, and we knew on the block who the bad kids were.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody kept that.
It was a village. It was a village. It was the concept of a village to raising children together, and like now that doesn't exist anymore. I don't know what it is in Fayetteville because I mean, the moment you allow a child to come on and say a bunch of old folks making rules, I mean, I sit here like. This got to be a fake protest. This has to be a fake protest because it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Well, it comes from the top.
Let's see. Hold up. And Doc Rivers, what's up, Doc? O'Donnell? The school to prison pipeline is real. Powers won't change cheap labor. And he's right.
Yeah,
he's absolutely right.
It starts at the top. Why do you think the government was made? The government was made in secrecy. That's why you have secret portions of the government. That's why you have secret portions that don't even answer to the government, which is why a lot people don't realize a lot of the business, a lot of the stuff that we get come from cheap labor, i.e. prisons, license plates, uniforms, all this stuff. And see, in order to get prisoners to make the stuff, you need prisoners. So how do you make prisoners? Well, you got to get people to break the law. Well, how do you get them to break the law? You take the simple basics from them. You give them no choice. Therefore, you get prisoners, i.e. you get to have cheap labor. Because all you have to do,
I just thought about it. Go ahead.
Do is follow the money. Because you get a whole lot of money going into a prison. Why you think they're private? So for every head in there, you get this much. For a pack of noodles, you paying $1. Where's that money going?
Well, I got one even better, though. How many of us know people are taking advantage of the system? How many we all know this. We got a relative, we got a cousin, we got somebody out there selling food stamps. We know that.
And then they get online and say,
inbox me.
Anybody selling food? I'm like, what?
You know,
but take it even farther. Oh, the government is crooked, but you the one robbing us. Yeah. I don't see. That's the part that I don't understand. I don't believe in the government, but I'm gonna sell these food stamps. Wait, what's really going on?
Mario, I got one even better for you. When we went to Cleveland, I said, now Fayetteville, I ain't never heard this yet.
This is a new one.
We went to Cleveland and we was getting ready to go out of Walmart, I swear. My girlfriend, her husband was going to get the truck. It was raining so hard. Me, Eric, and my girlfriend was standing at the door, getting ready to walk out the door. This guy walked into Walmart. He said, ma'am, can I get your receipt? And we was like, I'm looking like, did I? What? He's like, yeah. Can I get your receipt? The stuff that you just paid for. If you don't get your, and I was like, I said, girl, I said, even Fayetteville.
I'm slow.
What in the world? What do you?
Who was
he gonna do with the receipt?
He wanted our receipt to go in back in the store to get everything that was on her. I was like, I in my life have never.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I was like, he wants your receipt. He came and he walked in there like that was the norm. I was like, where they do that at? I said, I don't care how long.
Oh, so when he go get all the stuff, he can just walk out with it because he has a receipt.
So I was like, in my life, I have never asked. I have even in favor. I said, this new
boy.
of us. I said, somebody asked you for your receipt. It's like when we was at Walmart one time, and that's when COVID was real bad, and my husband, we all had our mask on coming out of the store. This guy walked up to my husband and said, "Yo, man, can I get your mask?" Dude, he got it all on his. What in the world? I said, did I just hear what? I'm like, what in the world is wrong with people? But like I said, I think what he was gonna do with that receipt, because I said, is that something new? She said, girl, I said he was gonna go in there and get everything, I guess, on her list that she just bought, and then try to go to the register and try to take it back and get money for it. I was like, what in the world is wrong with these people? Can I get your receipt? I have never in my life heard that.
Keep it secret.
I was like, what in the world? I said, y'all got a whole lot going on up there in Cleveland, boy.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's just like right now, like you'll have a person create a problem on purpose, right? And this is the part that's blowing my mind right now. And I Donald, I see your comment. Folks are rich off of right. That's exactly what I'm about to say. Is that they'll go in and create a problem on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh well, they're in here trying to take the civil rights of children, and children should have say so to go and do whatever they want to do. Create the problem. But hey, guess what? I got this organization over here that helps children deal with this. But you just gave them the leeway to be the problem. Yeah. So what you did was you making problems. So then your group over here
get a grant,
get profit, get grants, get money, and everything. So it's like, oh my God, and it's like this just happened in broad daylight in front of everybody, and nobody said, "Oh man, that's normal." What does that mean? Just because it's normal or it's a secret? I mean, I'm just saying it's got to the point now where the secret, the circle of secrets has completely deteriorated everything about the USA. Starting with the family, going through the community, going up to the politicians, going up to the people making money. People create problems just so they can make money. People create problems just so people can get locked up and make money off of them in jail. All this stuff happens, and guess what? And if you break the secret, then it makes it worse for somebody else. So then it's like it's a domino to where it's destroying and deteriorating our communities, and leaders. Politicians are so stupid to where they're falling for the okie doke. You're going to go in and you're going to praise a child saying old people making rules, but you're a child.
Yeah.
We should sit down and talk to the children and let the children tell us what's best for the world. Did I miss something?
I know. Like I say, you might as well just remove the parents from the house and let the kids just run wild.
No, but what it is that for the parents, they are doing the right things. For the parents, they're taking care of their children. There is no secrets in the household because they raise their children to be right. There's no issues. The children are growing up to be well-respected citizens. That's the problem. Oh, that's too good. Y'all are better than like then you're too good to be over here. No, it's not too good. It's just that they want the right stuff.
Right.
So then the secrets, they're deteriorating everything else in the community. It's like they brought that on themselves. You knew Junebug was out there smoking marijuana. You knew Junebug was out there breaking into people's houses. You knew Junebug was out there stealing Kia cars. You had 30 cars parked in your front yard, and you think, where do you think those kids came from? I mean, that's the stuff that is going on. Families and these individuals are keeping secrets that are destroying our communities. It destroys the family. It destroys the family. Let's see. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
While many are playing checkers.
Yep.
And I think that is it's the crisscross. I call it the crisscross effect because we're not holding people accountable with these secrets.
Nope.
We're allowing these secrets to grow until they become so bad.
Fester.
It just gets into a cancer and starts destroying everything around it.
Especially in our family, we become the black sheep whenever we do tell secrets. It's like, well, that wasn't your place to tell. Why wasn't it? Why wasn't it? Because it's going to affect a lot of other people. It's going to be a domino effect. Why wasn't it was my place to tell. You know what I'm saying? But you're looking at me as if though I'm the bad person because I'm coming out here telling this so y'all so-called secret. And that way we're never going to become better because we holding on to stuff. No, I don't even want to be a part of that. If it got to be a secret, don't tell me.
That's right. And when you walk in your truth, be prepared for a lifelong battle. Because people try to make it look like you're a black sheep, you're a snitch, can't nobody talk to you, leave you alone. That's why nobody tell me nothing. That's why nobody tell you nothing.
That's what they told me that.
But at the end of the day, you need to walk in your truth and stay in your truth.
Well, I was going to say we're about to go ahead and end. I know Tish sent a message that she's getting bad lightning in her area. I know we're way beyond our time too. But this was good. I think next week I want to. I think, and I mean I know Tish. We have to get back with her. Yeah, but I think if y'all want to talk about the curfew stuff, I'm down for that because I mean what I just witnessed, and I'm just gonna say what I just witnessed the last couple of days. Is I just witnessed how bad our system is in Fayetteville. Mm-hmm. And when I say that is that you have one person in one district decided that he did not want to play with the other districts. He did not want to talk amongst them. And then I encourage people to go back and look at the video. Mm-hmm. This dude, from the time the meeting started, he did not want to listen to anything. In the whole video, they're talking about solutions to fixing problems in our community. This dude, all he wants to do is completely allow the children to control the outcome of how we're going to protect our community.
So he can come through with his little nonprofit and try to fix it.
I mean, I guess that's part of it, but it's just that it kind of like he did not want to play with the other members. He did not want to deal with the other members. He took it upon himself. He went out there and he's told his people their civil rights are going to be violated. They're out here trying to violate the civil rights of children. They're trying to criminalize your children. You go out now, if someone came and told you that someone's out there trying to make your child into a criminal, what are you going to do?
You're going to fight against them?
Yeah, you're going to fight.
You're going to raise up and you're going to go fight it.
Yeah.
If you find out that that did not exist, that there was no criminalization, there is no one's civil rights were going to be violated, what are you going to do?
You're going to go for what's right.
Yeah. And then
but you already. But see, the thing is that you're gonna
look at the other person that's out here trying to make it seem like that's what's going on. That's
so
what you're gonna do. You're gonna address that other person that say, "Man, you know what I'm saying."
But see, that's the thing is that this person was allowed to go out here and blow it up into something that it wasn't, and then try to be humble, come back and be humble, even though he was the one who created this mess. He was the one that went out here and told these people. I mean, they sat here and was sending out messages to people. Oh, go out here and protest because they're about to take your children's civil rights. Did you know you had civil rights when you was a child?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I had civil rights. They called do what your mom and dad
what civil rights can we take from a child?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you making up stuff to justify you being this so-called person or whatever it is you're trying to be. So that's the part that it kind of like Fayetteville is just it's crazy. Oh, you got kids. Yeah, we look. I'm so proud that child came on and she said, "Well, those old people, they're just making rules, and those rules don't deal with us. But we're the children. Y'all should listen to the children.
Man.
I think we should play with Legos all day long." I mean, it's just like it got to the point where I'm like, I can't believe that this is what we're all about in Fayetteville. We're about allowing the kids to run wild, doing whatever, and then and then you're gonna praise them for coming on TV saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, old people, that's all y'all do is make rules that you're trying to take our civil rights." You know what? Like,
Yeah.
what? I mean, is it not the
You want to
Twilight
take a
Zone?
drink?
Yeah. Like, you know what, Mario? Now, me and my husband, what we say, we just say brown liquor.
Brown liquor
What?
Brown liquor. That's just.
make you want to drink.
That's all right. We don't drink, so we like sometimes some situations we just say brown liquor make you want to drink. We don't even drink when we say brown liquor. When we say brown liquor, you know that we like, oh my God, that you know that's
Right.
that's our little new saying. When I tell you Mario, brown liquor, you already know what's the situation.
I know now, but I mean, but I'm just saying that, like, I know Marcel, you grew up here in Fayetteville all your
Yes.
life,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm just like, I mean, I did not grow up here. I got stationed here. I mean, and then I retired here because both my sons were born here. But I do not understand Fayetteville politics. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense to me.
And Mario, but you know what? You know, when I was growing up in Fayetteville and stuff like that, I promise you, a lot of things that's going on now, Mario, Fayetteville was a place that we never wanted to leave because let me tell you something, because the weather, we never had bad weather. It was a lot of things that's going on now, Mario, that we as children, we didn't see. You understand what I'm saying? And our parents was able to go to work and come home, and it's like, you know, it's like the neighborhood where I lived on the Murchison Road, and it was great. During the time that I was being raised in junior high school and all that stuff like that, I used to live. We all looked out for each other. I'm telling you, parents was able to tell that parent, that the next door neighbor child, that I'm gonna talk to your mama, da da da. But it's like now, Mario, it's like being here. It's some areas that now I won't even go drive through. Going 100. You understand what I'm saying? But when I was growing up, I was able to do that. But
I mean,
it's totally different, and so another reason too why it's like this is my home and stuff. My husband, this time he followed me because he's like, I really don't really care about North Carolina, but what's going on? But he was like, I'm here because of you, you know.
mhm.
But Mario, it's like I'm to a point now where it's like I don't even really want to be here no more because it's just so different. It's just
Well, I mean,
totally
it's just like one of those things to where I sit back and I watch the actions of the leadership.
yes.
And the leadership is what throws me off, is that you have some that are trying to do the right thing and it's
Mhm.
crystal clear.
What time is it?
But then when you got people out here making problems, now, I mean, and I encourage y'all, I encourage everyone, go listen to
I
that
will.
meeting and listen to how they were trying to resolve the issues.
I'll listen
Here
to
it is, the chief of police was asked to look into what can we do to resolve some of these issues. I mean, it like 30 cars stolen in 1 week. I mean, you had children at a shooting, like I said, a shooting within the tape area that had something to do with the shooting. Children, juveniles, and it's like, and he's putting this information out there. Now he is putting stuff out for them to say, okay, we're gonna go forward with this. We're gonna do some research. Dude, and you're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He was just completely napping, just like he didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
saying like, okay, but this police, the chief of police is trying to give you information on how we can better our community,
Okay.
but you don't want to
definitely
hear it because you don't want a curfew. You're against it, but what about the people that you represent? So that's the thing that bothered me the most, is that this dude did not want to listen. And then the thing is, I know District 7, we wanted the curfew. That's why our actual district man or district council member voted for it because she know that's what we wanted. And oh, but she must be corrupt because she's
And that's
just
what, and not only that, that's what we need too as well.
right. But
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. You destroy a system where people are trying to come together, but you promote a child coming on TV saying, "Oh, people making rules for us," and you're a child. That's the part that I don't understand is that how can you praise a child for saying what she said about old people making rules? Okay, how many old people in Congress? How old is the president? I'm saying, is there any children? And I'm just laying it out there. Is there any children in our government? Do we have any children in our government that are making decisions or rules?
Yeah.
I mean, I last time I checked, I thought you had to be 16 to get a job.
Yep.
I mean, so you're praising a child. What is that? What does that mean? Like,
I'm gonna look. I'm definitely look at that one. I'm looking at.
I mean, but that's I encourage everyone just to go back, listen to the video.
Yeah.
And I say this because if you listen to the September 5th meeting and listen to every single council member on there and listen to how they were putting out their information about, and some of it became very personal.
You just kept shooting it down. Just kept shooting it down, huh?
Well, no. They just said one was real personal to where she said she would hate for a child or a parent to get a phone call about a child that got killed, their child getting killed.
Yeah, I was talking about the one that's trying to shoot the curfew down.
Yeah, he's just trying. Yeah. He didn't want to hear nothing. I mean, even the first vote, he voted. He didn't want to talk about it. Okay. I mean, he was just completely shut. And see, I thought in leadership position, and Eric backed me up on this one. You got to keep an open mind.
Yes, of course. That's what being a leader is. You got to keep.
So that's why I said it's one of those things to where I honest to God do not understand the Fayetteville politics because it's backwards to me. You're going to stage a fake protest just because you couldn't get your way. I mean,
I got to make this phone call at 8:00.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll talk. Right. We'll talk later. Next week we'll talk.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
All right. Good night.
Good night.